Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Sammy Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
All right, here we go. Another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 37. Today we're talking about great or popular songs that I think we're all sick of. We don't have to hear ever again. Not that they're bad or anything, just that, you know, we've heard them a million times that we don't have to hear them ever again. So, and we have a couple guests today. Steve and Erica from the business, Philly area. What would you call it? Like a corporate wedding band, I guess, or party
Everything.
band?
They do everything.
Yeah.
Everything band.
Yeah, I think when you say wedding band, people think like you're got like shirts and stuff, like Britney Fox and stuff. We do everything. I mean, you know, we do clubs to casinos to weddings to basically we play for whoever will pay us.
Exactly. If they're going to pay you, we'll play you. Right. So that's
play for the envelope. That's what
right. Right.
And if anybody knows about songs that people that you got, you know, musicians or people in general are sick of, you guys probably
we're sick all the time.
I could have a list of about 70 of these.
We could do a 2 hour. We could do a 2 hour show with they don't want to be in the set list next week.
Right.
Seriously. Yeah.
It really does look like I got fucking horns. Look how weird this is.
It does.
It does.
Either horns or like a jackass.
Go fuck, Jack.
I think it brings out your eyes, personally.
Thanks, buddy.
the Broad Street Bull.
Yeah. Well, it's great to see Steve and Erica. Known them a long time. Erica's a fantastic fucking singer. Anybody from South Philly or around the Jersey area absolutely already knows. She's been in the game just as longer than all of us, pretty much.
And she's way younger than all.
And she's way younger, and she is the prettiest guest we ever had so far too. So this week
you took my title.
But hey, listen, we need the ratings to go to fuck up. This fat head ain't doing it, so you know. So Erica be on every other week. Oh, and we got Steve, who has beautiful hair also. Steve Tabilio, awesome drummer, played in many bands with him before. Fucking awesome drummer, man. Good songwriter. People that seen him knows his talent. Yeah, man. So it's funny. I've been wanting to get these two on the podcast for a while now. And me and Steve and Erica and my wife actually went out to dinner a couple weeks ago. And Steve was like, you know, I don't know, what do you want to talk about? And he came up with this idea of, you know, good bands, good songs that you're just fucking tired of hearing. And I'm like, great subject.
Yeah.
I was like, we're gonna bring both these guys on.
Yeah.
So so let's have some fun. Let's bullshit. Let's let loose. We all know each other pretty well. So let's have some fun here. First song on the list. I'm gonna start off with I'll start off with Damien since Mike's got fucking cold feet. Okay, so
you could start off with me.
Nah, you lost your chance. You couldn't step up to the plate. Okay, first song. We're gonna go two here. Two bands, we got two songs. So the first one is Sweet Child of Mine and Welcome to the Jungle. Dane, tell me why you're sick of it.
Well, I'm not really sick of Sweet Child of Mine. I actually still like it. It's one of those songs I don't know, for some reason I just can't get sick of. But Welcome to the Jungle, man, I don't ever need to hear that again. Ever. I'm just, you know, been hearing it for 30-something years.
Yeah.
There's something about it. You know, you turn on the TV, you watch like, you know, football game or something, you hear it playing everywhere. It's just, I don't know. It's just like the bro rock anthem now, you know?
Bro rock, baby.
Don't need to hear it.
No. Steve.
Although I do feel that it has a place, Welcome to the Jungle, maybe like at a hockey face-off for like just that very identifiable beginning. That's enough for me. I think that MTV killed that. And same thing with Sweet Child of Mine. Like it when it came out. Obviously, one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yeah,
definitely ran its course with me, and I don't need to hear it anymore. It's just where except for the hockey face-off, which is
yeah, I don't blame you.
So, Welcome to the Jungle. I really don't like it, but I do like it because it reminds me of right before I hit the carpet to come out on the ice at the Flyers games, that they would be warming up to that song.
Right.
So I just have good memories. So I don't hate it, but you know, it's still like, it means something to me. Sweet Child of Mine, I am scarred for life because there was a cover band with a female singing that song. And she was very nasally, and it was very like, it was just a horrible performance. And I just can't listen to it the same.
You always hear that. Yeah.
That's all I hear. So that's my reasoning.
That's awesome. How about you, Mike D?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could get tired of Welcome to the Jungle. I heard that a lot, but that one for me, I really like that song. But Sweet Child of Mine, oh man, I just heard that a billion times. It's like, everybody's parents, like when you were younger, you even knew that song, like that song. It just got played so much. You're just sick of it. Can't do it anymore.
Totally bored of it, huh?
Totally bored of it.
I don't know, man. I think for me, I had to change that background. My fucking head was looking really weird. So I think for me, Sweet Child of Mine, I love the opening riff, and I love Guns N' Roses, but Axl's voice after a while, it's getting rougher to listen to probably. He's got the yeah. It's a little rough.
You changed your background, but you said you look like a big head, but now you just look like a head with a white background and a white shirt. No, a head. You just look like a floating head with a logo.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
That's all you see is like a head.
It's like a floating
head. Like a big fat head.
Remember
that Humpty Dumpty.
Like Evil Otto.
Because you have a white background and you have a white t-shirt on. So
so it's just like a floating head.
It's like a floating head.
What's up, Mom? Okay, so Axl, as much, I mean, that's one of my favorite records of all time, but yeah, kind of tired of it. Another band I think we're all a little tired of, even though they're great. I think we're all a little tired of this band. Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Will Rock You. Damo.
Yeah, I'm all queened out, man. All queened out. Don't need to hear any Queen songs ever. After that movie and everything, it's like it's like a big not like it's a resurgence. I mean, Queen was always huge, but man, it's all you ever hear is I don't know. I'm just burnt out on them.
I didn't think the movie was that good. I thought it was okay.
It was all right. I mean,
the guy sang better because he had weird teeth. I don't fucking know. I don't know what the deal was. Stevie.
Erica played that movie probably every other day since I moved in.
No.
So I've had it. I was never a We Will Rock You fan of that song. Bohemian Rhapsody was obviously like nothing I ever heard of, so I was a fan of that when it came out. And then Wayne's World made it popular again, but by the time the movie came out, I was just so done with it. And then the We Will Rock You is just kind of like at every game. It's just beaten to death by every Guido dude,
cause.
I just can't. I don't know. I'm done with both of them. But she killed my love for the Bohemian Rhapsody. Just I watched the movie endless amounts of times.
I killed my own love.
Yeah.
I definitely. Those songs have definitely overstayed their welcome in this household. So
yeah,
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't listen to them anymore. Like I have to change the radio station every time they come on.
Yeah, let me hear Fat Bottom Girls or something. I want to hear something different.
I think there's so many other deep tracks that are just as interesting, if not more interesting.
Yeah.
Then they kill Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, that We Will Rock You, or I mean,
it's like a half a dozen of them.
Yeah, they just kill that other one. What's the one we play? Don't Stop Me Now. Which
I hate that song.
I think I hate that more than any of their songs.
That's just not
to put you on the spot, but they couldn't pick a better fucking song than that.
What's that?
No offense to whoever's picking the songs, but that Don't Stop or whatever. You got 1,000 fucking Queen songs.
Well,
You gonna
no,
play
they also picked Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Yeah,
that's another. That's a little predictable.
Oh,
I
no,
like
I'm
the song,
sick of
but
that
I'm a little
one
tired
now.
of it.
I like the deeper tracks. I think that anything that was popular by them is so saturated through the radio that I've lost any sort of liking to it, and I'd rather like play B-sides by them and be happy.
Yeah, and people will know them. You know what I mean? People will know them.
Great, but again, just too much.
Yeah,
it became too mainstream, and it just got too much for me.
You too, E?
Yeah, it's my fault.
I think he was so involved in the love story of the movie.
I really was.
Because even though he wasn't with the broad, he was kind of still with her in spirit, and it was like a love story, and you got captured into it. It's like almost like part like a chick movie, with rock songs, and that's what she got involved in. So I had to keep sitting for it.
Yeah, I totally get that.
To me, I didn't really hear Bohemian Rhapsody until Wayne's World came out, and we just. Yeah, I mean, and that's when I actually got into Queen from that. But man, that's just like 7 minutes I just never need to hear again.
Bohemian Rhapsody is a great song. A lot of cool stuff in it, but man, I'm so sick of it. I'm just so sick.
And We Will Rock You. It's like, I mean, I know it's great, but it's like, thank God the White Stripes came along and gave a new anthem to play.
Yeah,
because it was just getting tiresome.
We Will Rock You. And like Brian May sounds good. That guitar solo was always so very sloppy to me.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like that could have been a better take. Dane, right or wrong?
Yeah.
He kind of like gets behind the beat, and then it's just like it's real messy with it. It's almost like Jimmy Page, like it was acceptable that he was so sloppy.
Yeah, right.
And what's worse
like,
is
wow. What's that?
What's even worse is, man, because like if you hear that on the radio, they're always playing "We Are the Champions" behind it. Like they're always together. Those two songs.
That's another.
And I'm absolutely sick of that song. You know, every time somebody wins a sports event, everything "We Are the Champions" comes on.
It was good when I was about 10. You know,
right.
I think we all loved it probably 10.
I think it would be good if your team won.
You'd be like,
then it would be fine. You'd be expecting it. But like the Edmonton Oilers win, you're like, I really don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
And then they have other actual bands that even tried to copy that song by putting
it's never good. Dude, everybody I hear that covers that song sounds weak.
I'm not even talking about covering that song.
Or any of those songs. It just sounds weird.
I'm talking about bands. Like there's bands that like We're the Champions. They just use those lyrics and change and make a different song out of it. And I mean, it's like, come on, stop trying to make another one of that. You know?
Yeah,
you can't. It's just something like that. Just catches on. You can't try to make
one thing we can all agree on that number one is obviously identifiable with the claps and all the.
Oh yeah,
every idiot can do that.
Yeah,
and that's why like anybody can do that. That's why it was like so easily like replicated, and everybody could do it on the seats and bang on the seats. So it became like that, kind of football rah-rah thing, and that's why it became so popular. But it is identifiable, it is iconic, and it is worn out.
Yeah, like I said, it's fun if you're a kid and the first time you hear it's a real good pump-up song, and then after that you're like, as a grown man, you're like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's how the disease spreads when a kid first hears it for the first time.
Yeah.
So
it
just drops by generation to generation, man.
Yeah. So
it's an epidemic.
Moving on to another song that was great when I was a kid and maybe not so great right now. We're not going to take it from Twisted Sister. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, man. I don't need to hear that. It's just like it's like a little kid song, it sounds like something you play for your like, I don't know, your like babies or something. I don't know. It's just
you should make a lullaby version of it.
There probably is.
I probably play for like my nephew and niece. They're like 5 and 7. I play for them and they probably like it.
Screw you, Mom. We're not going to take it anymore.
But I do like them a lot. I just don't need to hear that song. I mean, it's just too cartoony. Everything of the song. Good point.
Very, very, very good point.
Not even counting the video.
Right, just the song itself. Yeah. Stevie?
Yeah, I put that up there with when that first came out, I thought it was a good drum beat with the cowbell.
Catchy.
Right away, I tried to learn that, And like Dame, at that point, every rock song that had a cowbell was cool.
Yeah.
Now that's the cowbell's overdone too. We should do a whole show on just
The
how
cowbell.
much-
We'll bring you on for
the
that.
cowbell. Too fast for love. But like, I thought that was a real cool beat and everything. But when that came out and it said, you know, we're not going to take it, I thought it was like a cover of the Who, and I was like, oh, this could be cool, you know, and because I knew Twisted Sister from, you know, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll when they were doing the video and street clothes, and then the other half and the girl makeup and stuff. So when that came out, I mean, I thought, you know, it sounded very novelty to me, but I actually liked the video because I thought it was like stupid, but it was entertaining to me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was right for the time. And then, you know, the masses jumped on to it. And then, if you remember, they tried to do that again with like Leader of the Pack.
Oh,
that was even worse.
That was awful.
That was the downfall. It was
That
over.
killed it. That
I
absolutely
mean, because if you listen to like Stay Hungry, that album actually has some good tunes.
Great record. Yeah.
There's some deep cuts on that song. There's like, you know, what was that one?
Burn in Hell.
Wasn't Mr. Crowley? What am I thinking of?
Mr. Howdy / Terror Town.
Captain Howdy or
Captain
something.
Howdy.
Yeah, some of them songs were actually pretty good, but I just thought that was the one that broke them in the general public. So that's the one I kind of resented the most, you know.
Right.
And then they kind of wore out their welcome, and it was what it was. But I guess for video and how it broke through, I thought it was kind of, you know, ahead of its time at that point, you know. And having a dude from the, you know, the popular actor that was in there, I thought that was a good twist, you know.
Yeah.
Animal House.
But now you listen to it and it's just like, wow. Even the production was like, wow. You know, that you could tell that's, you know, I don't know. The drums don't even sound like that anymore, Damien.
Right.
You know, the big power toms, like the big scorpion power tom. People don't even play like that anymore unless you're a really like big time heavy band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think? You had to be a top.
Doesn't that remind you of my kids?
But we're not going to
Steve,
Yeah, I remember that video.
Steve wakes up in the morning, you go, boom, da, boom, boom, da, boom, da, boom, boom, things going down the steps.
No, I think I mean, I do like it, but a lot of these songs I relate to like my personal life.
No, that's cool. That's what it should. It should.
But no, my
No.
my daughter, Addie, danced to this song last year, and it was just on repeat all the time.
Oh shit.
So yeah, but yeah, it really does remind me of my kids. That's why I dislike it so much.
Mom, check it out. And a 1 and a 2. Boom, damn, boom, boom, da, boom. Da.
Hey, I sat through how many hours of a dance recital the
Well,
other
it wasn't
day?
as well. They
How many?
split it up.
How many?
So we went to like 3.5 hours worth.
Yeah, I sat through 3.5 hours of dance recitals.
Did you learn any dances?
No, but like her daughter's really good, and like them dancers are good, especially like the older girls, like the girls in their mid-teens.
Right,
That's
right.
actually entertaining. But when it's like not your kid and they're doing like the rolling, and they're like, "Look at Jimmy," that's not fun to me.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know this kid. This is not good at all. You know?
Or the one's just standing there like.
Yeah, and they're like,
Yeah. Dude, it's like the last episode we did. We talked about like, you know, when people order food and they don't have their money ready, or they send their kid to the door with the money, and you're like, just give me the fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, look, it's cute. He's giving the money. I got 9 other deliveries. Give him the money. You know what I mean? Same stuff. Same deal. Same deal. Mike, what do you got on We're Not Going to Take It?
See, I kind of missed the whole Twisted Sister like era. For me, that was like I was listening to Pac-Man Fever and shit like that at that point. But yeah, I don't know. I just never gave it too much of a thought. It doesn't really bother me. To me, it's kind of just there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Stay Hungry record. It's a real good record. I do like some Twisted Sister. I prefer the heavier stuff. We're Not Going to Take It, and I Want to Rock. Like you guys both said, very cartoony, very young sounding. You know, when you're young, you love it, and now when you hear it, you're like, dude,
you know my stance on that.
with anything with rock, you know, it is true, and Steve will probably agree with you. When you put the word rock or rock and roll in a melody or a song, man, it's hard to sell when you get older. It just sounds like it's cringy.
Just irks the balls off.
It's cringy. I want to rock. You know, stop. You know,
You want to rock?
You know,
The greatest Dio was he had a lot of rock.
oh, we rock.
Rock and roll
Mhm.
children.
Yeah.
There was a
Rock and
lot.
roll
Yeah, he went to
children.
that a lot.
King of rock and roll.
King of rock and yeah.
Rock and roll.
I mean, dude, if I put anything with the word rock and roll in it, slap me in the fucking fat head, please.
I will say though, Run DMC King of Rock, I'll let that one slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They added a little to it. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Yeah, it depends how you say it. I'm
Right.
gonna. Get
Hey,
the
but
fuck out.
we're here to rock, you know.
Yeah. Dude, and we know what we all used to do, and especially like playing back in the day, even me and Steve, you know, Steve was actually the first guy to get me in a club back in the day. It was the first show I ever played at a real place was because of Steve. So, you know, but everybody was like, you know, I had, you know, my first band, we had them kind of songs and they were god awful, you know,
Does anybody remember Helix, which is the best?
Yes.
Give me an R. Oh. What's to say? Rock.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! I remember that video in the Tarzan outfit.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
Oh Christ!
That was pretty bad.
That's like a metal idiot, James. There's a metal idiot.
Right, metal idiot. Yeah.
That is Steve is the master of the word metal idiot, which he's used many occasions. We actually used it once and shouted out to Steve about the metal idiot. And you know, I've been a metal idiot, I'm sure here or there. Dude, I got this patch jacket I wear once in a while. Steve's like, look, you look like a metal idiot. I'm like, yeah.
Well, we know quite a few people like that.
Oh, there's plenty of them. Plenty of them. Definitely plenty of them. Yeah, so we're not going to take it. I like the band, but yeah, I mean, at the time, man, when that came out, I was loving it. Come on, Feel the Noise. That I loved all that stuff. And now some of it don't age well, you know, as we get old, I guess, you know.
You know what ages really well? Not to cut you off.
No, you're good.
And how, like, you know, Quiet Riot came out, you know, Come On Feel the Noise, and, you know, Love's a Bitch and all that, you know, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then you had the Twisted Sister, which more was like a novelty band. You know what record came out right then? Pyromania. And
Great
that
record.
still sounds great.
Oh, yes.
It's not dated. There's no novelty. The production still holds up.
Yeah.
Every song's great. Even like Die Hard, The Hunter. Like
A great song, the whole album. I don't even mind Rock Till You Drop. I'm okay with that one.
That
You know
has
what's funny,
rock in it,
Steve?
and that's still a good song.
That's still a good song.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know what's funny, Steve? Because like I was at the point where it was like I haven't heard a Def Leppard album probably in 15 to 20 years.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't even think I could listen to Def Leppard anymore. We threw on Pyromania one night. I'm like, you know what? This is really fucking good.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean,
still great.
dude, me and Damien
It'll
were
hold
saying
up decades from now, I believe.
me and Damien was saying it the other night.
Timeless. Yeah.
Three Def Leppard songs. Three Def Leppard records. High and Dry, Pyromania, Hysteria. Fucking class. After that, or before that, who
They didn't have
cares?
to do anything else. They
That's
could
it.
I
have
thought High
retired.
and Dry, right? I thought High and Dry was very AC/DC, if you look.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
It has like the same Mutt Lang Back in Black drum sound.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of the songs he was singing real gravelly, like
Mhm.
trying to be like a Bon Scott or a Brian
Right.
Johnson.
Yeah.
And then when Pyromania came out, it was
Polished.
like a whole different drum tone. It had like the backwards reverb, like shh.
Yeah.
You know, it had like the backwards reverb drums
Yeah,
and
yeah,
million background vocals and all of that. I thought they really were like Mutt Lang was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna be like, we're gonna really do it like to the max. And talk
Yeah.
about a produced album that's great. That thing is great.
Polished, well polished, man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think I remember Joe Elliott said that they wanted to do like, or maybe for Hysteria he said this, but it was probably Hysteria because I came out after. But I think he said that they wanted to do like a heavy metal thriller. Where, like every song could have been like, you know, a single or
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
conceptual video and
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
right.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one. Damien, Don't Stop Believing, Journey.
The few times I played in a cover band, this is like it's you know it's always in the set, and it's usually at the end of the night, and you always get like the super drunk women coming up front, you know, to try to sing Steve Perry, and it's just it's just a mess.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I'm back there just, you know, because it's got like a 2-minute intro, a 3-minute
Yeah.
intro, whatever, you know,
Yeah.
just, you know, waiting for it to be over, man. It's just like, I don't know. It just, every time I hear that song, I just think of like drunk people, sloppy. Not even so much a song. It's just all this. I don't need to hear it.
The 300-pound MILF dancing as the song's playing. We've all been there.
People coming up to the mic trying to sing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like pick an easier singer.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, dude, that's the problem with that song. The problem is that song is everybody wants to cover Journey, and unless you could fucking sing it, don't cover it.
Yeah.
If you're a girl, you got a shot. Guy, most of the time, no. I mean, if you
Tommy
does it justice.
Tommy does it really well.
Tommy's got a great voice, though. Tommy's got a great voice.
Tommy's got that higher voice that he can kind of get up there.
Yeah, if you can't sing it, don't sing it. And that's one they try. People try.
I'll tell you what, though, when we play that every single night, like I'll tell you a story. We were ready to play. We were ready to do another set. So Tommy's like, we audible a lot. We'll have the whole set list, the keyboard player will have everything all set up. And then Tommy will just go, all right, we're not playing that. We're going to play this. And like, the band's like in a panic, like 1 minute before we're ready to play. It's every night, right? So he looks at me and I'm like, dude, we got to play Don't Stop Believing. And he's like, dude, I don't know, it's late in the night. It's like our fourth set. We play 4 minutes of 4 sets of 40. That's a lot, on his voice. So he's like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, come on, let's do it. And we do it. And every dude jumps off. Like, it was like Slayer at the Empire.
Like you're the man.
And I was just like, wow, it still works, but I play it every night. And I just, again, there's so many other great songs by Journey, but that's the one that's the, ABC 1, 2, 3 song that you need to play for everybody.
Yeah.
When Eric and I were in EGB, we played it. We played that in separate ways. Always went over.
Great. So that was a great version of it. Yeah.
Thank you. It was always it works. I just don't like playing it or don't like listening to it, but it works. So it's kind of like bite your tongue and just shut up.
Yeah, and that's your band too. It's like the Kiss Thing with Me, Rock and Roll Night. That's your band. Journey is your band, and it's like, I had enough. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
E, how about you?
I think it's just overplayed.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like playing it just for that reason. Like by the time we play it, everybody's wasted.
Yeah, it's like an instant hit.
So it makes you hype. I mean, including us. But and guess what, Damien? It's not really like all the drunk women. We have a lot of guys who come to the stage and
yeah. Well, I've seen Erica get hassled in many shows. They don't leave this poor girl alone. See how we have the 1 or 2 drunk, and of course it's guys for us and never girls. We have the 1 or 2 guys that are trying to carry out our equipment. Oh, great set. Got the one guy who won't let you get off stage as you're trying to get off stage. I've seen Erica get hit with the most bizarre shit, and Erica's like, and she's looking at me or Steven going, what the fuck? And we're like, all right,
I leave her out there like you're a big girl. Hand it. I walk away.
There was one guy.
Dame, I can't afford to break my hand on some idiot.
There was one time, dude. There was one time EGB was playing, and some guy was so obsessed with Erica changing her shoes. She was like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" Do you remember that?
Oh,
she's
those
like,
crazy
I'm like,
foot
why is
people.
this guy? Oh, you should wear these instead of these. Or why are you wearing these? Do your feet hurt? Dude, get the fuck out.
right.
What was he talking about? And Steve loves it. Steve just laughs. She's looking at me like, what the fuck? I mean, bizarre, dude. Bizarre. Or, you
know what?
Guy buying her multiple drinks. Not one drink, like 2 or 3 drinks.
They always like grabbed a tambourine on that song. And it's not a tambourine song.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
No, it's not a tambourine.
It's funny, man. But yeah, I seen her get her stones. Yeah, like I said, us, you got the 3 guys that you can't get off the stage from. She gets all these, all these fucking wacky guys come up and answer stupid questions. And Steve laughs. He don't care. He's like, it's fucking hilarious. And she just looks up like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she'll say, like, you're going to help me. I'll be like, you're a big girl. Handle it, man.
She gets herself out of it.
Come and get me.
She gets herself out.
I say something, I don't need anybody because my facial expressions say it all.
Oh, hilarious. That's great.
I'm just like,
yeah, I know when she's pissed at me. It's real.
But it's always a good story at the end of the day. It's always a good story. It's always fun. Oh man, Mike D, Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah, I missed the whole Journey thing too. So everything I like your Journey's kind of like fresh to me in a certain sense. But this song I do know. And this is another one they even play it like when a sports team wins the big game. And
Oh yeah.
especially if they're the underdog.
Right.
So yeah, I'm kind of tired of hearing this one.
It's
The
weird.
nail in the coffin, Mike, was when The Sopranos. That was like the nail in the
Yeah,
coffin.
that's right. Yeah.
I
That's
was
so
like,
true.
that's really it
I
now.
forgot about that.
Right?
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Now it is.
And then
As
every time
Damien-
you hear it, you're like, I wonder what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Damien would say, that was their, or Mike would say, that was their Geico commercial, thing. Was now here it comes again. It's getting re-released again, and everybody
Yep.
can find it as a new song, which is cool.
But I mean, now that song is like associated with that TV show like forever.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, Damien, it's weird. You, Mike, and Erica might have been. I'm sure you know, but you might have been a little young. But me and Steve, we were there when we seen the pinnacle of Journey. Journey was fucking huge in early '80s.
We're the biggest band in the world. They had
Huge.
a video game. I mean,
That's
Two
all I
video
really
games.
remember of Journey back
They
in
had
the
two
day.
video
Yeah.
games.
Well, when Escape came out, they were huge. I mean, there was
Huge.
no bigger band than them.
They
And they
were-
had a
were
gradual
huge.
climb, like
Yeah.
Infinity, Departure, Cap. They had all them records. They were getting bigger and bigger and
Yeah.
bigger. When Escape came out, it went great, open arms, floodgated.
Yeah, it was in
everything.
every movie. All them
Yeah.
Journey songs were in these '80s movies,
And then they took a long time off, and they came back with Frontiers, which
which
was
was big. That
an
was big.
excellent album that had Faithfully on it,
Oh,
all
yeah.
that, Send Her My Love. And then obviously the history from there, but them two records right in that core. I mean, they were selling out stadiums.
Yeah.
I went
Yeah,
and see
JFK.
Yeah, I went and see JFK. Brian Adams, Sammy Hagar, The Tubes,
Wow. All
Journey,
together?
and somebody else. It was like 5 bands. And I was sitting so high, I felt like I was touching the clouds at JFK.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, all that for $15, probably.
Yeah.
I think it was like, it was probably less than $20. I remember going to see that. I think it was a Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
crazy.
I remember going there, and I was like so high up. I was like, wow, how am I even going to hear anything? Like everything was on a delay and everything,
Right.
But picture all them bands together.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, dude, they were huge. They were fucking, like, I remember because my stepsister was a big Journey fan. She liked Journey, Ozzy. It's like back then when you just liked everything, you know what I mean?
Right.
And Journey, man,
rock.
like you said,
Mhm.
Escape in the Frontiers. I can't believe that people don't realize how big they were. They were fucking huge. They
Sure.
were huge. And Steve Perry, one of the greatest voices ever in music.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
my favorite. I mean,
Nice. Yeah, one of the best, if
Yep.
not.
For me, I could take or leave the song. It's a little overplayed, but it is one of their best songs ever. And give me anything off them 2 albums. But my probably favorite Journey song is "Wheel in the Sky." That's like my favorite.
Yeah.
I love that
yeah.
too. All right, let's move on to the next one. "Born to Be Wild," Damo.
Yeah, it's I guess it's one of those standards, classic rock standards. And actually, I don't really dislike it, or I'm not really sick of it.
Right.
I mean, I don't go,
Looking for it.
looking for it. Yeah, Born to Be
I
Wild.
have to hear the Lizzie Borden version of "Born
Yeah.
to Be Wild."
Well, That's the other thing. Like now, when I hear that song, even the name, like that's who I think of.
Lizzie
The
Borden.
decline of the civilization. Metal Gears, like,
yeah.
Lizzie Borden. Like that's the visual I get.
Like the electric socket hairdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. How
So,
about you?
yeah, for some reason, it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. How about you, Stevie?
Again, it ran its course. I like the original more than the Lizzie Borden. The
Yeah,
Lizzie
yeah.
Borden
The
remake.
Steppenwolf was the original, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Steppenwolf. That was the first line. I don't know if anybody knows this, but where he said "heavy metal thunder."
Yeah.
That was the first line that
Used
term
for heavy metal,
was ever
yeah.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for that, I give it a thumbs up, but I've heard it enough that, it ran its course. It sounded like that whole record, that whole song was mic'd with like one microphone.
It probably
Yeah,
was.
Like all the cymbals are bleeding through the guitar
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had enough of it. And the Lizzie Borden thing probably took it over the edge.
And made it
that was very
totally.
ridiculous. As serious as that guy was, it came across very weird.
Yeah.
But
I
guess
didn't
what?
even
I
like
don't
when
even-
the Cult did it. Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
The
Yeah,
Lizzie Borden one. Oh yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
Civilization, it's on there.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. E, how about you?
It doesn't really bother me. I haven't heard it in a long time. The first time I heard it in like years was when didn't EGB play that?
Yeah.
With Chip.
Yeah,
Chip sang it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chip sang.
really?
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was good. He's good.
Yeah.
it's just not my favorite, but I could tolerate it.
I think if you're in a cover band, it's a quick, we need a filler song, we can throw it in there. I've done that once or twice in a cover thing before.
Yeah, like give Erica a break.
Yeah, it's not that hard of a song to sing. You put a little gut in it, and you're like, But at the same time, it's just like, it's just feels
weird. Everybody knows every lyric.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows all the lyrics.
Yeah, it's been on commercials and stuff too. Yeah.
Just
That's
It's like the minute you start playing it, it's almost unfair. Like they already know it. So they know every line. It's like this is pretty easy to pull this off.
Yeah, people get right into it.
It's almost like cheating.
Like I never wanted to, listen to that song. It's just always there.
Right.
It's always on the radio. I can honestly say if it was on the radio, I kind of left it on, but I don't have the record. I never was like, you know what I feel like doing right now? Listen to Born to Be Wild. And go,
exactly. Right.
Put it on while taking a shower.
Well, I never need to hear this song ever again. If there's any song on this list that I never need to hear again, it's this song. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when we were younger, one of my buddies thought it was a great idea to make a double 45-minute tape with nothing but Born to Be fucking Wild on loop. And we drove around for hours with this fucking song on, and it drove me fucking nuts. I never need to hear this again.
I had to learn this one song in a cover band, and I got to say, I hate the song. Moni Moni. Damo. I can't stand it.
I'm just going to start out and say, I never liked the song.
Yeah.
So I can't say I'm sick of it. I just don't like it. So
it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, I like Billy Idol, Rebel Yell, and White Wedding. I could listen to, every day. I just think they're great songs. I'm not sick of, but Moni Moni I just never liked.
It sounded fake to me. It sounded like they said, "Oh yeah, sing this."
It just puts me in a foul mood.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you, Stevie?
Well, the Tommy James version, the original Moni Moni, I actually can stomach, and I think it has actually some sort of attitude to it. The time it got down to Billy Idol, I thought it was like one of them corporate, want you to play a cover song, and the producer really likes this, so you're going to play it.
Yeah,
I don't even think Steve Stevens saved that. I don't think he can help it. But then Status Quo did it, and all these other people did it, so it got more and more worse for me. But the original one, I actually think has a little bit of an attitude to it. I don't mind it. Once it got to Billy Idol and the other 19 people who covered it, I
How about you, E?
I like that song, guys.
What?
Sorry. I do. I like it.
What is it? Is it the rhythm? Is it the pulsation of the
pulsation?
No, I just we used to play that.
Yeah, I know.
It's just I don't know. It has a feel. And then that whole the girls are singing and all, I like that. Okay. And I play the tambourine on that song.
That's a tambourine song.
Yeah.
It is a tambourine song.
Here's a question. The lyrics. What are they saying? The female part, like a pony or something?
Ride the pony, maybe?
Ride the pony?
It's Ride the Pony. Oh my God, there's three separate. There's three separate callings. Yeah.
Eat bologna or something like that.
Eat bologna.
Nothing from me.
Yeah, I have to. We would have to pull out the lyrics in the yeah.
Listen, if they could have put bologna in there because they couldn't say gabagool, right? You know what I mean? Capicole.
Good again.
I just know my favorite part. I don't even care about the choruses. My favorite part is just the breakdown in the middle.
The breakdown's cool for a jam. I'll go with that.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
The breakdown part's pretty cool. But that chorus, everybody, get the fuck out, these people. It's too much. It's too much like, hey, we're gonna get the party started. No party started here.
It is, but I like it.
I don't, if you do some sort of things like, let me hear you say it to the left. Yeah, that sort of stuff. That's great live, but you shouldn't have it on record.
No,
no way.
Moni, Moni, let's hear you. Moni, Moni. They're not. Yeah. you know, that whole thing. It wasn't the call and answer on the record. I was
it's weird.
Like, dude, if you're in a cover band and you're playing in front of, and cover bands do this, you're playing in front of, 1,000 people and you want them to chant. And even if you say rock, 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 when you're in a cover band and there's 10 people in the room, you're like, all right, we're going to rock. Get the fuck out. You got to know when to say no.
You hear like the beer hit the bar. Like,
this asshole thinks she's playing the Wachovia Center.
Or how about when there's 10 people
And
out
I'd
there
be guilty.
and the singer? How about when there's 10 people and the singer holds the microphone out to the crowd?
Yeah, it's great.
It's almost like damn. It's almost like It's like this is what we're gonna do, and then they get there and there's nobody there, but they rehearsed it. So that's
what they got to do.
Everybody to the left. There's nobody to the left except the bouncer. Right. That's the way they rehearsed it, so that's what they're gonna do.
It's got to be there. Yeah,
dude, it happened. You know what? Should I even been guilty of that? I went through that when I first was learning how to do stuff. I was doing all kinds of stupid shit like that. I would come out in Philadelphia and be like, "Hello, Philadelphia!" Like, where the fuck? Nathan fucking nowhere. What are you talking about? Hello, Broad Jackson.
Yo, Bert, Juice and the Pirates used to, you know how we were like crazy.
Yeah, but these were funny on purpose.
We were nuts, right? So he used to say like different things every night. So we never played anywhere. We only played like JR's bar and like, we played the Rusty Nail once. He's like, hello, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Like, like a totally different place. Like on purpose, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah. Fucking funny, man. Mike, Moni.
This song does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I mean, I don't even like it to the point where it's like I never need to hear it again. I never need to hear it again because I just don't like it.
Yeah, I never liked it either.
Yeah, I think Steve hit it on the head. It sounds like it was a corporate thing and said, all right, we needed to do this. But to me, it took away everything Billy Idol was.
I don't even know the original version.
The original version's cool because it was different back then. It was probably edgy back then when that came out, the original version,
Right.
Yeah, you don't hear it that often, and when it is on the radio, like
it's the Billy Idol version.
This sounds interesting.
And dude, I love Billy Idol's voice, and just
Billy Idol's great.
That song just sounds like Steve said. We just need something to throw on there, sell a couple of records. I guess it's all right. Okay, next one, and I love this band, but tired of fucking this song, man. Enter Sandman. What you got, Damo?
Yeah, man, I'm really sick of this tune. I listened to it. This is almost like Welcome to the Jungle for me, because both tracks it's like they open up the record and they're both like great albums. And like just the other day I listened to the Black album and I always fast forward the song. Like I don't need to hear this ever.
It's a great
again.
song, but it's overplayed.
Yeah, man. And it's just when that came out, that's when everybody said that they sold out. And it was way different than like everything else. But you know what? I do like the record. I mean, there's a lot of good tunes on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's but I don't need to hear that one ever.
Right. Stevie?
I thought it was a great sounding record.
Awesome
So
sounding
it's a
record.
great sounding song. The Tom sounded great. Like right or wrong, Dan. That's what, that's how you
it's
want
his
your
best drum
That's-
sound ever.
That's one of my favorite drum sounds.
Yeah, and especially after Injustice for All, you could have played a Dixie cup and it sounded better than that.
Right.
Played a whipped
I
cream.
love Injustice for All of that, man.
But the drum sounds weird.
Yeah, no, it's good album, but like there's just
The
I don't
sound,
know. They sound like they sound like Tommy Lee drums almost,
Yeah.
Dr. Feelgood sort of drums.
Right.
The whole Bob Rock, Big Tom thing. I thought it was a good video. I thought it was good when it came out, and then the masses made it popular, and then it became uncool for me.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, like I was much more of a Ride the Lightning Metallica guy, and then when it started getting real popular, I pulled back.
Yeah.
And then the more and more I listen to him, the more and more I think Lars Ulrich is terrible, and it just sticks out that he's so bad that I'm like, wow, like his fills are terrible, And then I see him live, and so I like Hetfield, love Cliff Burton, I think that whole band is just done for me.
Yeah.
Just because of Lars Ulrich. So I've had it with it for that reason.
He's awful.
So,
You don't like
The
him.
drummer.
I'm gonna read through some of that stuff.
Oh my God.
Dan, go on like YouTube.
Like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like you watch him and he's
Yeah.
just like, okay, I'll do this.
Go on YouTube, and it's like why it's like they have stuff when Laura's over. It's just making.
I think that's fake
Yeah, I
though, isn't
saw
it?
that. Yeah.
No,
No, I think it's no.
You're talking about the riff thing.
There's like compilation videos.
Yeah, of like all his
Yeah.
mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Lars tries to go for the odd thing sometimes, and sometimes it just don't work. Like even like even the Bob Rock stuff where some of the drum sounds were not good. They were not good on purpose, which I never get because you had a great drum sound. Why?
That made no sense to me.
Even Injustice, like Steve said, Injustice, the drum sounds horrible on that record. The mix isn't even that good, but the drum sounds great record. I wish the drums had the black album.
What's the record that it really sounded bad?
Saint Anger.
What is it?
Saint
Saint
Anger.
Anger.
Saint
Yeah,
Anger.
and-
Yeah, the
and that's-
snare
and
drum was just awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he didn't even have the snares on; they were off, and
Oh,
they were
really?
like purposely trying to
Sound like a
bad.
garagey.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like,
It was
Why?
weird.
why?
Yeah, it makes
Yeah,
no
I don't know.
because that would have been a great album if the drums
Mhm.
were done well.
I remember listening at being like, wow, this like the first thing I heard, I was like, wow, like that snare drum's terrible. It's the first
Yeah.
thing that comes to your mind when you're listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a shame because the tunes on that album were just great. I mean, they had
Yeah.
so much potential if it was just mixed right.
The drum
Well,
and
everything. I mean,
you
even
can't
the
blame
guitar tones, the bass tone, all was decent. Just the snare drum ruined the whole record.
Yeah.
can't blame Bob Rock because Bob Rock's work. So it wasn't Bob Rock's decision,
Sure.
Definitely not. Anything to add on Enter Sandman?
Nope.
That was it. Just not in the
That was
lines.
it. I don't like the drummer, so
There you
I
go.
poisoned her. I
yeah, he
poisoned her.
really did. He's like, watch this. This is awful.
Mike,
He's a multimillionaire.
what do you got, Mike? Do you anything on Enter Sandman?
Yeah, I mean, it's just so played out. I think it even became a point where like college kids were listening to it. This was coming on like after the Spin Doctors or something. So
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah,
was
it
weird.
just became a little worn out.
It was like the start of bro metal,
Yeah. Let's start
Yep.
with bro metal. I like that term.
Absolutely.
James.
sports metal.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the song. It's just played out. It's just like it's. Yeah, I don't really need to hear. Even though I like them, I like that song. I never need to hear it again. Okay, this next song, man. I love this song when it came out, and God, am I sick of it because everybody and their mother plays the song. Crazy Bitch from Buck Cherry. Damo.
Yeah, man. It's one of those songs where, first time you hear it, you think it's cool, and then when you listen to the lyrics, it just sounds like they're trying too hard. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes there's a way to say something without actually saying it, and it's just so like everything is like so literal in that song, and it seems like it didn't really age well. It comes off a little corny.
A little cheesy, yeah.
And on top of that, it's like I always picture, and I've seen it many, many times, just like awful cover bands playing that song and just like totally fucking it up and making it sound worse than what it is. And
I think
Don't
that's
need
what
to
did
hear
it
it.
for me. That's what did that for me.
Now I like the stuff on the first record, and then after that they got real like I don't know, just got real.
Kind of formatted sounding.
Yeah, actually the second album I like a lot too. And then after that,
Even the what's name song. I like the cocaine. I like that song.
Yeah.
Dude, is that Shock Me? Is that riff Shock Me?
same
Same kind of riff, right?
Yeah.
Stevie, what you got on the Crazy Beach?
The first time I listened to it, I thought it was great. I actually listened to it like back to back. I'm like, this is killer. Now, if I was a stripper or something, I'd probably
Great
pick
song.
that to dance to because it would work with a chick or something like that.
Like you, a male stripper or a female stripper?
Oh,
if I
gonna
was
be a male
female
stripper. Please
I'm
welcome
really
to the
taking myself
stage,
out of the
T-Bone.
But like I think what Dame said is the truth too. Every Tom and Jerry, Sam and Mike cover band play
Every
that
hack
song,
band.
and they just hack it to death.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's either so fast, like, hey, I'm a crazy bitch. It's like a million miles an hour. You're just so excited to play it. It just loses its pocket and everything. It was great when it came out. It ran its course for me really quick. Now I can't listen to it at all.
E?
I had to like refresh my memory with this song. That's horrible. I only heard this a couple times, but I think Tommy and Cuz, when he was with Cuz,
Yeah, they did.
I was out to see them and they did this. I liked it then.
It's a
liked
great. The first time you hear it, it's a great song.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? You really don't know it well enough to hate it.
Exactly.
That's why.
Yeah.
It's got that novelty factor. To
Yeah.
it, you know.
First time you hear it, it's fucking awesome. And then
Yeah.
after hearing people fuck it up, it's not so good.
You know, you see, like when this song comes on at like a bar or something, like the lesbians fight each other.
Yeah, right.
It's like a lesbian get, you know, like
It's
magnet.
like a flare. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, well, let me go find another one. And then you start dancing together.
I'm looking for a daisy chain. What can we play?
You're all over my new sneakers.
Mike D, any on the crazy beach?
To me, this band's just like a fucking poser band. First of all, I think, you know, and I hate throwing that term around. It's an old term and everything, but this DJ back in the day, I think it was like on WYSP, had them like on for an interview, and they were talking about the cocaine song, and he's like asking them like, "You guys must be really party animals, you know? You wrote that song, isn't it?" They're like, "No, we kind of just wrote the song. It came to us. Dude. We don't do that. We don't drink. We don't do drugs." And it's like, you know, from that point on, they kind of had this just like, you know, dude, you're going to write a song like that, like at least act like you're going to live that, you know, or whatever, or say, hey, this is about somebody we know or whatever. But they just kind of gave this just like, they were just a shitty interview, and nothing they did from that point on ever inspired me to listen. So,
Mike, you should have said she loves the cocaine.
Yeah.
I love the cocaine.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it's very, you know, like that you're talking about you, buddy, you know?
Yeah. For me, great song the first couple times you hear it. I think hearing so many cover bands do it and not do it well kind of ruins it for me. But great strip song. Like you said, great strip song. Okay, moving on to the next one. Sweet Caroline, Demo.
Oh, boy.
Everybody's list is might have hit.
Yeah, it's did everybody have this on their list?
I think mostly, yeah.
Yeah. It's just that whole part. Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
Hate that part. Fucking hate it. There was this clip I found on YouTube like a year or two ago, and it was like this one guy with an acoustic guitar at the Cavern Club in where the Beatles played in England, Liverpool or whatever it was, and he's playing Sweet Caroline, right? And some dude from the crowd, he walks up to this stage, and he just like grabs him by the legs, and the dude falls flat on his face. The guitar tumbles. It was kind of mean, but come on, man. Every time I hear that song, that's what I think of, and I sometimes
I gotta look for it. I've never seen it.
I think of like the Atlanta Braves with the tomahawk chop thing. I just like I had enough. Yeah, I was never a big Neil Diamond fan to begin with. So this just and then when they start going blah blah like against like it, it's just like a kind of like a rah-rah chant for like fools. It's
drunken
like,
idiots.
It's kind of like a sea chanty. You know, like 1,000 bottles of beer on the wall. Like that, you know, like, there's no spot for that in my heart. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Erica, have you ever had to do this one live?
I fucking hate this song. So no, actually,
you don't play that?
No, we don't play that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's just on my nerves. I can't stand it, and it's actually one of my aunts at every family event. Aunt Lori, I love you. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Nice.
Her favorite. So I'm like, no.
Yeah, I think like the business is in total agreement that we can't do that.
Well, that's good.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
I think they'd rather play like Copacabana by Barry Manilow. Better response than that one.
Yeah, Mike D.
No, man. This is the one you hear come on in the bar if a band's playing, or even if it comes on the jukebox. You just walk out and get the cigarette at that point.
Very uncool. It's very uncool.
And you can't even escape it because outside you still hear them going.
Yeah.
I can't add nothing to it. I agree with all you on that one.
Yeah,
I really do.
You know what? It's been beat up. Like it's been beat up. Man.
It's become a novelty song where everybody gets drunk in the bar. It's a chant along, you know. It's just, yeah.
It's very baseball. When I hear it now, I think of baseball stadium.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Who started that? The Red Sox started that, I think.
I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking the Atlanta Braves, but
Maybe,
everyone does it. So it could be anyway. You know, it's just whatever.
Yep. All right, we got the last one on the list. Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night. What you got, Damo?
Dude, I'm a big Kiss nerd, and I never liked this song.
Yeah.
Never liked it. But, you know, when I go see them live at the end of the night, you know, all the confetti comes down, the fireworks and everything. It's cool then, but I don't need to hear it either.
Nah.
It's like put it on mute or something.
Stevie.
Was never a gigantic Kiss fan to begin with. But this is the one that like I'd rather like, you know, torture myself than listen to this. I have to play it sometimes. It's pretty bad when I have to play it. And listening to it, I was never a fan of the song at all. There is certain songs by Kiss I do like, but this was one of the ones that like all my friends when they were younger would be like, rock and roll. I'd be like, dude, this song stinks.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'd much rather play like, you know, listen to Deuce or something, Strutter or something. I just think this song stinks, and it's their anthem, and they got to play it every night. And like James said, maybe with like rockets going off and pyro when you're on stage,
it's a little more interesting.
Cool. Yeah. Maybe if I'm like 15 feet up in the air playing it, it's kind of fun. But just to listen to it, it's something that I you know, that's beyond wore me out. I'd rather listen to Be Caroline.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's tough.
I don't know about that.
That's tough. What about you, Erica?
I would.
Any thoughts?
Oh my God. I am very upset with
I just don't like that song. They call it out.
Yeah, I know. Same. It's like overplayed. I still hear it on the radio, but it's still just like Don't Stop Believin'. By the time we play that, everybody's like wasted. They're like going crazy, and I'm like, okay, can we just end the fucking song?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. And I feel horrible because my dad goes to see Kiss every time.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he's a very big Kiss fan, but I don't like the song.
Right. Yep. How about you, Mike D?
Nah, man. I mean, this just falls into that whole rocking the lyrics with me. It's when I was, I don't know, maybe 12 when I heard my first Kiss song. This was probably it. So, yeah, I liked it for a brief moment, but after that, it just wore on me really quick.
Yeah, I'm the same thing. I'm a huge Kiss fan. Still my favorite band. And man, it's just so many better songs than this one. So there goes a bunch of songs that we used to like or love and don't like so much anymore, or don't want to ever really hear again. We're going to move on to the next segment. All right, guys, it's 10 question times. We're going to start off with you, Damo. Dame, would you rather be emotionless or have too much emotion?
Damn, man. Probably emotionless.
Oh, cold, stone cold.
Yeah, stone cold, I guess. I mean,
how about you, Steve?
I don't know.
I'd rather have too much emotion, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
Erica?
This is a no-brainer for you. Can I answer it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got way too much emotion. Next.
Mike D.
I don't know. Way too much emotion is just too much. It's just, you know, you're crying or either
That's what I'm thinking,
laughing
right,
insanely all the time. It's like they have drugs that take care of that too. But I'd probably go with the emotionless.
I go with emotion. I like to show my emotions. So I'm going to go with that one. Too much emotion. Okay, next one. If you had your choice, Dame, pool or jacuzzi?
Probably jacuzzi. I do love myself a real nice jacuzzi, man, on vacation. Because you could go in there at night, man, and just chill out. But you can't stay in there for a long time because then you start, I start getting dizzy.
Curl up like a raisin.
Yeah. How about you, Stevie?
Well, I can't swim at all.
Me neither.
Okay. Yeah,
Me either.
I'm not a good swimmer. Yeah, so that's why I went with that also.
Yeah, Dame, I was like, in South Philly, you go to public pools. My dad's like, you ain't going there. Go under the fire plug. So I'm going to say pool because I never really, went in too many in my life. Unless they were like my aunts or, where I knew the chlorine was at the right level and all that kind of stuff, So I'll say pool.
Okay. Erica?
I'm gonna go with jacuzzi. Loosen all your muscles.
Relax. You have to relax a little bit. Mike D.
Yeah, I'd probably go with jacuzzi now. I've been there in the pool, done that. I don't know.
I like
I
the
probably just
jacuzzi.
at this point want to sit back and relax and
Yeah, I like the
get these
jacuzzi.
aching bones a nice rest, man.
It's more private. I like the jacuzzi. It's way more private. You could relax. Yeah, that's what I would take. Put it up right in the middle of the room, right in the middle of the house. Fucking jacuzzi.
I heard some war stories about jacuzzis though, so I don't know, man. Yeah, people getting sucked to the bottom of them and shit
I don't know
like
about any of
that.
that.
Oh yeah, like you got to watch sometimes, like the current and the bubbles. Like if you're like too small of a person, you could get sucked to the bottom. You know,
How small you gotta
What
be?
kind of jacuzzi?
Yeah, I had somebody. I did hear somebody one time. Somebody fell asleep in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got really, really messed up from it because they
Wow.
fell asleep. Everybody was watching them. So
All right. So next question, Dame. Would you rather be the best player on a team and have a bad team, or be the worst player on a good team? So best player on a bad team, or worst player on a good team?
It's all about the team, so I'd rather be the worst on a good team.
Cool. Stevie?
yeah, I like to win. I don't care at what cost. So I'll be the worst player.
E?
Same here. Same here.
Same answer, Mike D.
worst player.
Wow. Guess what? We're all on board. We all say the same thing. I'd rather have a good team and be the worst one on the team. Okay, moving on to the next one. This one's a weird one. Damo, would you, if it happened, would you rather vomit through your nose or shit through your mouth?
Oh,
Ew. Oh, boy.
oh.
This is why guys only listen to our show.
Holy shit.
I mean, that's pretty obvious, and I've threw up through my nose many
Oh.
times, unfortunately.
There's no
So
shame in that. I have to.
I'm gonna roll with that.
Yeah.
Steve?
The other one is just
Yeah, I definitely threw up through my nose. That bile burns the shit out of your nostrils, the inside of your.
yeah.
But I'll go with that any day over poop.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
imagine you coming out of your
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah.
How about you?
I'll go- yeah. What's your answer there?
I made her laugh.
I would definitely throw up through my nose.
Yeah. I think it's just going to be conclusive here.
Mike D?
I just remember that South Park episode where they were getting the food and sticking it up their ass to eat, and they were shitting out their mouth.
Ew.
And yeah, they found out it was like, safer to eat food by sticking it up your ass. So, but that's pretty disgusting. Shitting out your mouth. I'm sorry. I'd rather vomit out my nose.
God.
Yeah, I think all of us picked the same thing. I'd rather vomit out my
Though.
nose.
Think about it this way: if you shit out your mouth, you're probably going to throw up anyway.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
point.
Right?
So, I'll just take the puke. I'm good.
Good point.
Right?
point.
You're going to be like, oh, and you're going to throw up through your nose anyway, probably.
Oh man. Okay, this is a good one. I don't know. I don't know how we're all going to answer this. I know my answer, and Steve was there for my answer. But okay, most embarrassing moment in front of people.
Me?
Yeah, you're first.
Damn. Well, the whole throw up talk actually got me thinking. I remember when I was with my buddy, and his dad took us to the movies. We went to go see Monster Squad. I was like
wow.
maybe 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he took us to Friendlies, and my buddy was like a goofball, and dude always make me laugh. And I'm eating like the biggest friggin' sundae they have, and I'm like, I have it in my mouth, getting ready to swallow, and he makes me laugh, and like, dude, it just comes out of my nose everywhere. It's like, I just like basically threw up all over the place in Friendlies, and it was pretty embarrassing.
It was a sight to see.
Yeah. Like I remember it coming out of my nose like ice cream everywhere.
Your buddy's father was like, "It's not my kid." It's a friend.
That might have been the last time they took me out.
Stevie.
Wow. I'm going to go back to high school. I was running for GAMP. I was going to GAMP at the time, so I was running track for them, and we were insane enough to take on Southern, and them dudes were quick. So I was the anchor, and I'm running and I'm doing real well. And I hear this dude running from up behind me. So I turn my head around, and as I turn my head around, he clips my foot. Like I go into his lane because my head made me turn into his lane.
Right.
And I fell and I skidded. I hurt all my hands were cut. I busted my chin up, and I lost the race as the anchor.
Yeah.
So that was probably the most embarrassing moment of in public, because I kind of let the team down a little bit. I was winning up until then, man. That dude was really tall.
You look back and that was it.
Yeah, that pissed me off too. I was like so disappointed in myself. But what are you gonna do, man? You gotta learn never to look back again.
It happens to everybody, stuff like that. E?
So I was on Al Alberts for a long time. So we
Oh
always,
my God.
yeah.
Wait,
I was on- I was on there.
wait a minute. Let me interject here for a second. Because of that, if it's okay, I'll edit if you don't like it. But because of that, Steve's brother calls Erica Showcase. Just to let you guys know.
I said, oh God, I got
love
another
that
story
name.
about the Al Albert. But
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. he calls me
I
out.
love it.
So we would normally tape every Saturday, and then the show would air, and then we had our July 4th taping in Ocean City or Wildwood, wherever it was. I was 9 years old. I just remember it so well. And I had a hot dog before I was taping my segment, and I was singing God Bless America. And even though like they edit everything and I could have did it again, which I did,
Right.
you still have people all around watching you. And I fucking threw up the hot dog as I was.
That's going to be the best one out of all of us, probably.
But it didn't. No, but wait, it didn't just come up. It was like inching its way.
Oh no!
You're trying to hold
I
it
could
back.
hear every single word. I'm like, "Ah,"
Oh my God!
and I'm like, Jesus Christ, and it just came up.
Choking around from the inside.
Oh my God!
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah, we'll do another take. A little less hot dog this time. Hold the dog. Guess what? That's gonna be the winner, I think. Mike D.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't like really get like embarrassed. Like, so I just kind of like laugh along when stupid shit happens. But I mean, there's times like, I mean, I remember one time when I was just so drunk, and it was like we were just playing video games like the night before New Year's Eve one year, and we had a few people over the house, and I polished off this bottle of Aftershock in a half hour, unknowingly, really, and I just forget everything that happened. But they said when it was my turn to play the wrestling game, I'm sitting there telling every move that I'm doing, and a Randy Macho Man Savage voice. Oh yeah, pile driver. Oh yeah.
Oh my God!
So, and they said I
Another
was
wild
kicking
New Year's
everybody-
Eve for Mike.
Why? No, this is the night before.
Oh, okay, my bad.
The night before New Year's Eve. I couldn't even drink anything New Year's Eve that year. I was just, I mean, dude, I woke up, there was just throw up everywhere. I had to clean it. I'm like, man, I was pretty bad last night. I'm thinking,
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, so my story goes from playing out live somewhere, and we were in Stop the World, and there's a fucking videotape, I'm sure, of this somewhere. Yeah, I think it was, you were definitely there, Steve. It was me, you, Joe Maljoe, and I don't know who the other guitar player was at the time. I don't remember. Maybe Loopy. We're on stage. We're playing this place. It's kind of, it looks like a big, I don't even know where it was. It was in Delaware or something. It was like this big hall, right? I don't know if you remember this, Steve. It was a big hall. And some of these stages, as Dane would know also, is they're so dark. Like when you play like a big stage, it's
Oh yeah, I
fucking
do remember
dark.
this.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, you can't really see. You know, that's why, like, if you ever see a band live at the Electric Factory or something, you'll see like neon tape or something around.
Yeah,
So
green
you
gaffer
kind of know where you're at,
stickers.
because you don't realize, people out there don't realize how fucking dark it is up there. It's dark. So we're playing a song, whatever. And you know, I never know what I'm going to do when I'm up there. I throw the mic stand behind me. And then in the middle of the song, I go to walk back. I fall down. I fall over the mic stand.
Oh,
First and only time it's happened to me. Knock on wood or whatever. I fall down. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is Joe Mal's near me, and Joe Mal's playing, and I grab Joe Mal to pull up. Meanwhile, I'm
Take
pulling
Joe with him, yeah.
Joe Mail down with me, and Joe's kind of helping me up. And I'm like, that was like the most embarrassing thing ever live for me. And I told Joe Mail, I'm like, dude, if I was you, I would have fucking kicked me. Just like, why? I was trying to help you up. I was like, I was looking for like help, but I'm like, I panicked. But I didn't want to bring him. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I was grabbing Joe, and Joe was trying to help me, but I was kind of pushing him down.
I don't know why I'm picturing like a tortoise on its back that can't get up.
Dude, it was probably so quick, and probably not that many people noticed it because I'm short anyway, so you probably can't really even tell that it happened. But I was so embarrassed. I'm like, wow, I just fucking fell in front of everybody.
I do remember that vaguely. I don't remember where it was, but I remember.
It was one time we played this place.
There is a video of that, I think.
Oh, there's definitely a video at it. When we first got it, I played it for Michelle, and she just kept laughing, kept on rewinding, and kept playing because she loves the stupid fall things. You know, I'm like totally embarrassed. I'm like, this is like, oh my God, it never happened to me before. I was like, but you can't see up there. You can't see. It's so bad. Okay, moving on. All right, guys, last question here. Damo, comedian you don't think is funny?
Oh man.
All right, I'll go. I know. Well, I'll take Damien's. Carrot Top. Never thought he was funny at all.
Is he a comedian?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Right.
I don't like the girl with the red hair. Kathy
Griffin.
Kathy Griffin, yeah.
Yes.
Griffin. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
She's not that
funny
funny.
at all.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. Mike D.
I got to go with Dane Cook, man. Like he just, I don't know. You don't even hear him anymore, really. But like, there was that big Dane Cook period where it was like everything Dane Cook. He's the funniest guy alive. I'm like, this guy's just not funny. Kind of does stuff that everybody else did before him.
Yeah. For me, it's Tracy Morgan. I don't think he's funny at all.
I got one.
What you got, Damo?
And I like the guy, but I don't. To me, I never thought he was funny. Is Andrew Dice Clay?
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was funny because it was like channel-along stuff. But besides that, after you've seen it once, unless you're gonna repeat it,
he was like Buck Cherry when I seen
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this guy's great. And then when you know all the jokes, it stops being
It's
funny.
Right.
I'm sure he's got those guys in the crowd that go, "Hey, do Hickory Dickory Duck."
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like you're seeing a song. You're hearing a song. That's a little weird for comedy stuff.
I like the comedians that tell stories and shit.
Right.
I don't like the one-liner joke stuff.
Like I like the observation stuff.
Yeah.
Like the George Carlin stuff. And
Oh man,
stuff
love
like
George
that,
Carlin.
Or Eddie Murphy. I love Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's probably still my favorite.
We like that Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh,
He's good. He's big right now
my
too.
God, he's hysterical.
He's more funny if you're Italian.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what goes on.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you bought that for how much? Same thing.
That and Vic DiBitetto, he's another good one.
Him. Yeah.
He's funny because we can all relate to what he's saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude, like the one time he was talking about I don't know, because this is back. You see, 3 years might have been too young for this, but I totally remember this. Like in my grandmother's house, they used to have that. He was talking about like this plastic fucking rug that went over the rug. You know what I'm talking about? That plastic.
Oh, yeah. It's a runner. That's called a runner.
It's a runner, yeah. But if you flipped it on the other side, it had them weird prickly. Yes. You remember that?
Like,
yes.
It was almost like a slipcover with prickly thing.
Yeah.
Dude. They're like, you need this clear stuff to cover the furniture that's there. It totally made it like more gaudy, I guess. But
that,
we all have.
You know what else? Remember the fucking cushiony toilet seats?
I remember those.
You don't see them anymore.
No.
Yeah.
They used to decorate the toilet seat with the cushion.
I remember my grandmom's house, right? She had the runner. She had the runner. And then as soon as you walked into her entry, as soon as you walked in, she had the umbrella stand right there.
Right.
With the camphor bowl in there. So you would hit with the camphor as soon as you walked in.
Yeah.
And then there was like another one behind the couch. So you were getting it no matter where you went.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was everything you ate over there. It tasted like, pasta fazool with
and mothballs or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that for? That was the line from what was it? vacations. Like, why does Aunt blah blah smell like multiple?
Yeah, they all used it.
And Edna.
And then yes,
Or you would sit on the fucking chair in the summer. You would get up and your ass would peel off the fucking
Sticks.
chair.
God.
Yeah.
I used to take so many naps after school at my grandparents' house, and my face would be.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
that was the worst.
Yeah.
But guess what? The stuff looked good after you could have took the zipper off. And the other thing. And that
Yeah.
shit used to last. But
Yeah.
dude, I mean, Steve was at my grandma's house, when we were little years ago. She used to have the big lady that had like the water coming down, the oil coming down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I wish I had that stuff
Yeah.
now.
Those
This
the
was
the,
like-
the
they always
spinning
had, like,
clocks.
They always had like the big TV. It was part furniture.
It was
Like a
furniture,
big
yeah.
Zenith
Yes.
TV.
The console
Mhm.
TVs.
It's like
Yeah.
400 pounds with the picture tube in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
back, and the picture tube used to go, and the guy used to call the guy. He used to come
Come
up
to the
with
house.
picture tube.
Yep.
And then when those died, you just get on the TV and put it right on top.
Yeah. But dude, them
Yeah,
things were
and
huge.
And you put the other TV on top.
Yeah.
dude.
It was like furniture.
Yeah.
It was like furniture. Or back in the day, we used to have like a TV in the kitchen, and the antenna, you put the fucking tin foil on the antenna.
Yeah.
Yo,
Mhm.
the old cable boxes, right?
Yeah.
That you had no remote, so
Right,
you'd have to get up and change the channel.
right,
So
right.
then my dad used to take the actual Tocom thing, that used to punch
Yeah.
the buttons on, and pull it across the floor, and then used to run across it and trip. And my mother would be like, "How could you ever do that?"
The brown box, the old brown box, right?
Yeah, you
Steve?
press the buttons, right?
Yeah, you would press everything.
Yeah.
There's no remote.
No, it was the
Right.
old. It was the old brown box,
It was brown. Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
weird because only if you lived on this side of Broad Street you had it. I don't think the other side had it yet.
Right.
But my grandmother was on this
grandparents
side.
had it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was on the south side of Broad Street.
yeah.
Yeah. It's on the west
Fucking
side.
hilarious.
West side.
That's probably how I remember it. My grandmother probably had it.
She had the cable box. It was a brown box,
Right.
and then it had like a little dial on the side, which I don't know what the hell the dial, the spinning dial. I don't even know what the hell that did. I guess if you got fuzz or something on your TV, I don't know.
But I remember my dad being, "Get up and change the channel." Because you didn't even know. Is this what you want, Dad? Bing, bing, bing. I hit all the buttons.
Okay, put the volume up a little bit.
Crazy world, right? How everything just changes. But I'll tell you what, I do miss the TV being a big furniture thing. I used to think that was awesome.
You know, I was thinking about that like a few months ago. I don't know why I was thinking of it, but they should make like the old console box and you just put like a flat screen in it,
Yeah.
you know, just for like decoration, like nostalgia, you know?
Yeah, well, what about the record players? You used to have the record player, the 8-track underneath, and then you had the box
Yeah.
underneath where you put all your records in that big console thing.
Right.
Yep.
Now you're buying this cheap shit and it breaks in 2 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of them, man.
Yeah, that was the thing.
That was our furniture. It was the TV, the stereo, and then,
Yeah.
like, turntables. That was it.
Yeah.
That was our furniture.
Yeah.
You know, I remember that. That's so crazy. I think everybody kind of like South Philly kind of had that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like Erica was saying about the, if you fell asleep on the chair, that was the best. You get up, you're like,
Man, I could still remember the feeling and the sound it would make.
you got up, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, good stuff. Good
Pull
stuff.
yourself off quick. It won't hurt.
I'll tell you what, sometimes I miss all that stuff though. I really do.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a good time. So we'd like to thank Steve Tabilio and Erica Gagliardi for coming on from the business.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, guys, mixtapes and tasty cakes. We'll see you guys next week.
See you.
Yeah.